No beatbox. Jesus. I do it behind closed doors. I really do. You know, coming from Leeds, it's kind of, you know, a commercial city. I just try and draw from experiences in everyday life, really. It's not about like this place where you come from. I feel that I've kind of reached out to different places, you know, like different countries, different sounds and influences of music, and kind of just drawn that into my music. So basically, I think that the only thing that has kind of had an effect on it coming from Leeds is obviously my Leeds accent. So obviously that's influenced on my tracks. But apart from that, I'd say that coming from Leeds, I don't think it matters where you come from. I think it's kind of the music and that you make, really, that establishes you as an artist. Well, I started off writing poetry at a young age, so I kind of feel that that was the inspiration, like, of the start of me writing. It kind of helped me to develop onto writing songs and help me with the rhyming and the writing of lyrics and stuff like that. But artist-wise, I'd say it was more of the kind of soul R&B artists of, obviously I'm only 22, so it would be people like Alicia Keys and Beyonce and India Arie and artists like that that kind of inspired me to want to pursue it and kind of think, well, if they can do it, then I can do it, and this is the style of music that I'm into, so it's what I'm listening to, and it inspired me to kind of just pick up my pen and pad and keep writing and try and pursue it even more. Well, originally the song was written for my sister, who was heartbroken at the time. Obviously, I was drawing from her experience. A lot of people ask me the question and they say, was it from your own experience? But obviously, I was only 14, so I wasn't allowed a boyfriend at that age, so it went from my own experience. But I kind of drew from, it's good to like draw from different people's experiences around you. And obviously, I saw that moment in my sister's life, what she was going through at the time, and kind of drew on that and kind of put it into context and just wrote a song about it. And that's basically how that inspired me. I'd say kind of most things inspire me to write songs. It could start from a word, it could start from an object, it could start from something that's happening around me, personal experience, or drawing from another person's experience, as I said, like, you know, writing Heartbroken about my sister. But I just feel it's kind of good these days to write about what's going on in social culture, what's current and what's happening, and obviously what people are doing. So then your songs become more, you know, recognisable for people to relate to, and it's obviously something that they're doing in this day and age, so then obviously your songs will be liked because the people are doing the things that you're talking about, so kind of common sense, really.
Yeah.
Well, my new single, I'm a Poser, is about, obviously, I tapped into the social culture. Obviously, social networking sites are a big part of today's life. Everybody's always on the computer. So I just thought, well, what are people doing? They're all on these sites. What are they actually doing on these sites? So I just kind of just observed that, really, and just started coming up with the lyrics. Got the beat through. It was kind of like, the original track was like a kind of rocky, poppy, Pussycat Doll style beat. So I just thought I'd make it a bit edgy and catchy and just kind of using my kind of rhythmic pattern that I always use to make it catchy so people sing along. And yeah, you know, just tapping into what people are doing so they can relate to you. I don't feel there's a set way of writing a song. I feel like it's very broad and out there. You can obviously, sometimes it might work where you get in the studio with a producer and you both come up with a song from scratch, or you can get a beat through from a producer, then you'll sit and you'll write the lyrics and the melody and the top line and stuff like that. So I feel it's very kind of a wide spectrum. It's not just one kind of structure of writing a song. It can happen many ways, or sometimes some people can send you songs, you know, to sing and then you'll record them. So kind of, yeah, it differentiates a lot, really. But the way I like to do it at the moment is I've been getting loads of beats through from producers and then I'll just write to them and send them back. Done a few writing trips in Holland, and the way that we did it there was me and the producer got in the studio, he went through a few beats, then I had some beats on my phone that I'd recorded, like a little beatbox and ideas and stuff like that, because I like to beatbox behind closed doors. But yeah, then I'll come up with a beat of it, like I'll have an idea in my head and I'll take it to the producer and I'll be like, well, I want it at this kind of pace and I want this kind of sound, and obviously tell him what influences or what kind of style I'm going for. Then obviously he'll try and come up with the beat and then I'll just kind of have my influence on the production, and sometimes I co-produce as well. So kind of, yeah, it's very wide and open, really. There's not one structure that I stick to. Um, yeah, it really encouraged me to kind of pursue music even more and even more, because obviously when something positive happens in music, it gives you the encouragement to say, wow, people are actually liking this, and you want to do more, you want to get more out there, and you want people to hear, obviously, what more talent you've got and stuff like that. So I felt that kind of, the experience there, it kind of obviously put me on a platform of UK music, and made me just feel like, obviously, there's loads of different genres I can kind of experience now, and different people I can work with, and to just pursue it even more and kind of see what's out there in the whole big wide world, and yeah, develop on. One songwriter that really inspires me, obviously, is Diane Warren. She's one of the biggest songwriters in the world right now. Well, has been for ages, but to me, obviously, I've discovered her through being signed to Sony, and I got like one of her special CD packs, and it had all the songs on that she wrote, so I was just flicking through them. I was kind of amazed to see how many of the actual songs she's written, because she has written like a lot of the big pop tracks out there, so it kind of encouraged me to like listen to her music more and see what she was all about. And yeah, I think she's a great songwriter. And also Neo, I've got a few of his albums today, and I think he's a really good songwriter also, and he's kind of more of the R&B side of things, what I'd like to sing, so I think he's a great songwriter as well. Well, it's kind of funny actually, because while I was playing a gig, me and my manager was at the gig too, so we kind of talked about collaborating, and then we followed it up. Obviously, we didn't know what was going to happen, so I got a beat through from one of my producers in Holland, and I thought, wow, this is kind of a nice upbeat tempo, kind of different genre of UK music. So I thought, who would be a good, MC rapper from the UK to feature on the track? So came up with the lyrics, started writing the verses and the chorus, and then I just left a few gaps where I thought, obviously, if a rapper was to feature on it, where the rapper would fit in. So got all that down, recorded it in the studio, and then yeah, got Wiley down. He came down to my studio, and then he just obviously wrote his lyrics for the parts that I had blank, and recorded it at the studio, and yeah, Spotlight was the final result, which I'm very happy with. Yes, I've got a really large catalogue. I've got 150 songs to date that I've some written, some recorded and stuff like that. So I'd definitely like to give some songs away to other artists that I think the songs would suit. I recently wrote a song that I thought would fit the style of the Saturdays. So that was quite an upbeat kind of pop ballad track, so I was hoping to submit that. But yeah, definitely. I think it's kind of something that I'd be looking into doing, apart from writing for myself, obviously, because my songs I feel can fit kind of a wide range of artists, so definitely I'd submit some. Well, 2011, time has flown. Hopefully I'll be releasing my next single, I'm a Poser. Hopefully after that we'll be releasing and shooting a video for Spotlight featuring Wiley. I'm going to Canada in March. Don't want to reel off my whole calendar list, but yeah, I'm off to Canada in March to do the Canadian Music Week, so that should be good. Going to perform down there and staying for a week, so I'll be in Toronto, so that should be good, and go and meet some fans down there and do a few vlogs. And I'm going to New York in April, or end of March, April, to shoot a video and to hook up with some people, get some collaborations that we've already had in process, get them nailed down, and work with some different producers and writers and stuff like that, and just kind of get some more experiences down for the album and a few more inspirations, and see how they can kind of be put into my album. So now I'd like to turn the tables on you, Steve. Obviously we came down today, played you half the album, a few tracks off the album, so what do you think of the new music?
Right, earlier on when I was saying, don't be nervous, don't, I'm not even on camera, and
Yeah.
I'm really nervous. It's really great. It sounds very kind of, very sort of dance, pop, R&B, and I know that you've made these tracks, they're new tracks, but also you've been working on them for a while. So I can see it really kind of fitting into what is out there at the moment, but also it's just got a really good pop twist. I can see it appealing to a lot of people indeed. So
Thank you very much.
That's great.
Did you hear that?